Hey tennis fans, welcome to First Serve, brought to you by Nespresso. We are on the grounds at the National Bank Open, presented by Rogers, right behind our friends at Nespresso, and on to our Thursday action at the National Bank Open.
Yeah, absolutely. We're fueled with our Nespresso. We're ready to go. What about the electric night last night, Ben? Serena Williams, also Bianca Andreescu. We're going to talk about those matches, preview today, as you said. But Serena walking onto that center court, just an electric atmosphere, sold out crowd against Belinda Bencic.
Well, what a privilege for us to have that opportunity to see Serena one final time in Toronto. Beautiful send-off, Belinda Bencic winning the match 6-2, 6-4. She played great. Serena, I think taking in the moment when she entered the crowd and that beautiful farewell, some gifts from the Raptors and the Blue Jays. I thought it was a great moment.
It really was, you know, and as you say, Bencic played solid tennis. We all know she's an Olympic gold medalist. She's a former titleist here as well. She was just too solid for Serena. The second set especially was close, but I just loved Serena hanging out on court, speaking with Carly Agro of Sportsnet. That was really cool. Actually, let's check in. We don't see Serena get emotional very much. She had some emotional moments on court.
It was a lot of emotions, obviously. I love playing here. I've always loved playing here. And yeah, it was, I wish I could have played better, but Belinda played so well today. But I just, it's been a pretty interesting 24 hours. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a joy playing in front of you guys all these years, so thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Serena Williams.
Beautiful moment there between Serena, the crowd, the emotions flooding. I didn't expect to see that, but when you know the end is near, I guess you're going to feel that. And actually, icon Billie Jean King had some words for Serena Williams as well.
I think that we've been very blessed to have Serena Williams in our sport. Great athlete. A lot of people think she's the GOAT, and I think every generation gets better. So right now, she's the GOAT. I love reading about her and listening to her about how she's evolving. Serena's transcended our sport, gone way beyond the boundaries of just being an athlete because of her stature, using tennis as a platform, way beyond just the sport, and giving back, and also making it better for women, particularly women of color. It's just the beginning for Serena. So Serena, if you're listening, go for it, keep evolving. You're the best, so good luck. God bless you.
If you can believe it, over 20 years ago, Serena made her debut at the Canadian Open. Awesome to hear from Billie Jean King, but also Serena through the years, three-time champion at this event, 35 match wins. No one has done it more. Let's take a trip through Serena memory lane.
And the crowd greatly appreciative of seeing the world's #1 player in full flight.
Serena Williams is back. Unbelievable.
People forget how difficult this is to do, to be out 49 weeks. She had 2 foot surgeries. She was in the hospital with blood clots in her lungs in the spring, and only her 4th tournament back, wins her 2nd title.
And there it is. Serena Williams owns Toronto, wins her 3rd Rogers Cup championship.
I love playing here in Toronto. Thank you, of course, to everyone here, you guys.
There it is, with an ace. Look out. Serena is playing excellent.
That's why she's a champion.
Now, of course, Serena was not the only story from Wednesday night. Bianca Andreescu, that second night matchup against Alizé Cornet. Tough 3-set win, but she's moving on.
Tough 3-set win is kind of the theme of Bianca plus Toronto. I mean, it's actually, we were talking before we came on the show, is that it's getting some 2019 vibes. That big win over Kazakhina to start, and then last night against Cornet had to dig deep. But Bibi's looking good, isn't she?
She's looking very good. Interesting matchup against Zheng Qinwen from China, young, talented player. She got past Ons Jabeur, who is dealing with a bit of an injury. And I would say Wednesday was a bit of a day of upsets as well.
Yeah, it really was. You mentioned Jabeur, also Jill Teichmann taking out the #2 seed, Annette Kontaveit. We also saw Paula Badosa go down. It is intriguing though, as we see some of those seeds fall, You also have players like Coco Gauff making their mark. She needed a third set tiebreak to take out the Wimbledon champion Elena Rybakina. I actually feel like for Coco Gauff that is a career win in a lot of ways. She's had a few of them, but that was a big upset for her.
That was, I think, one of the best matches of the day. 7-6 in the third, electric tennis. Her athleticism is off the charts, and now another challenge against Aryna Sabalenka. That's a great match. We should mention two-time champion Simona Halep still playing well here in Toronto, as she always does, and she'll face the lefty and Jill Teichmann next on center court.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. We should also mention, I mean, listen to these stars. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Pliskova gets a big win over Anisimova. That was impressive. And Garbiñe Muguruza. We haven't talked enough about Muguruza, but she moved on as well.
Yeah, it's been a tough year for her, but you look back at last season, what she accomplished, winning the WTA finals, and this was, I think, the victory to maybe get her back on track because she's been struggling. But a big win over Kaia Kanepi, straight sets.
Yeah,
and she will have the second night session actually at Sobe Stadium against Belinda Bencic, who we know played that great match against Serena.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. Disappointment for Leylah Fernandez. The ceiling, I think the expectation wasn't super high because she was coming off of that injury. Was a close first set against Beatriz Haddad Maia, the Brazilian. But how do you think Leylah's going to walk away from, she got her first ever win here in Toronto, but how does she walk away from this tournament?
Well, hopefully with some positives, getting that match play, right? As you said, hadn't played since that French Open quarterfinal, suffering the fractured foot. And Haddad Maia, we should give a lot of credit to, 2 titles this season. She's a dangerous left-handed player and, well, now has the ultimate challenge facing world number 1 Iga Swiatek at Sobe Stadium.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that as well. Other winners included Yulia Putintseva, as well as Alison Riske, as we roll into a third round Thursday.
We should look at that rundown on center court. Great lineup for the afternoon. Simona Halep starting off against Jill Teichmann, then world number 1 Iga Swiatek taking the court against Beatriz Haddad Maia, and what a lineup for the night session.
Yeah, I mean, for Swiatek, actually, we didn't even mention the fact that she came through yesterday, obviously looking good. As you say, the night session going to start off with Andreescu against Zhang Qinwen, the young Chinese player, and then we said it too, Bencic, Muguruza, they're 1-1 head-to-head. We could have another late night, another late morning in Toronto.
I'm okay with that. When the tennis is that great, I'm fine with that. Grandstand has a packed lineup as well. Coco Gauff, who we know is playing great tennis, French Open finalist this year. She gets Aryna Sabalenka. That's an intriguing showdown. Right after that, we have last year's champion in Montreal, Camila Giorgi, playing good tennis. She'll face Jessica Pegula.
Yeah, I'm interested in Pegula versus Giorgi, both players that are kind of flying underneath the radar. Also, Riske taking on Putintseva, and Sakkari against Pliskova. Now, Ben, the draw whittling down both our picks. Coco for me a couple days ago, and you for Iga, still going strong.
Why are you trying to jinx this?
Why? I'm not.
No. I think Iga's playing great, as we know. Actually, she does still have a winning streak, 20 straight wins on hardcourt, which is impressive. And you should feel good about Coco Gauff, how well she played against Rybakina, the Wimbledon final.
I did
Wimbledon champion.
Yeah, the Wimbledon champion. I thought that was huge for Coco, and we're going to see if she can now, the challenges, especially when we get late in the tournament. You tennis fans know this. These are the business end matches. The pressure starts to build as we get into the weekend, but we're looking forward to booking those quarterfinalists here at the National Bank Open. All right, we've been serving you tennis content all week long. I travel the world for tennis, Europe early, often doing the news. We actually had Maria Sakkari tell us she travels with an espresso machine. Good Nespresso coffee. It's been a lifesaver this week.
Well, I value great coffee. I don't know about our viewers. This is my second cup of the day. Is that excessive?
No, not at all.
No judgment?
I like that. Zero judgment. Okay. And of course, you need as many cups of coffee as possible to watch a big day of tennis. Ben Lewis, Nick McCarville, this has been the First Serve presented by our friends at Nespresso National Bank Open. It is a third round Thursday. We're playing for quarterfinal spots today in Toronto.